Hey there, welcome to Monster Cat's Mix Contest, where real home DJs showcase their mixing talents to win real prizes. Here, let me show you. Each season, finalists from all over the world face off on the show to earn the votes of our elite judges. They must come up with the most creative mix only using our music. But there could only be one season champion. So let's get right into it because it all starts right now on this season of the Mix Contest.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the third challenge of the Mix Contest Season 7. Before we dive into this, it's time for the results from last week's B2B challenge. All 4 finalists did a fantastic job, but unfortunately only 2 can advance to the next round. You voted online, and our elite judges sat down and made the difficult decision of who those 2 advancing finalists are, and we're going to reveal those results right now. The team advancing to our second semifinal round is Baldy and Moonrunes. Congratulations to the 2 of you, and I can't wait to see how you perform in this upcoming challenge. To send off DJ Big Homie Squats and Jetpack to the Battle Back Challenge later this season, here's some feedback from our elite judges.
I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. The mixes of this week and the week prior were absolutely insane, and dare I say are probably the equivalent of some of the finale mixes of years prior. Everyone should be extremely proud of themselves for making it this far, and I'm even personally worried as to what we're probably going to be seeing in the weeks coming up. DJ Big Pack, you might not be moving on this round, but that does not mean you're out. I'm extremely excited to see how y'all perform in the Battle Back Challenge, and I look forward to your mixes. As for Bald Ruins, congrats on moving on. I'm really hoping that you guys are able to maintain the momentum you've set forth in your mix, and that you're able to keep impressing us with what you have under your sleeves. Anyways, that's all for me. Bye-bye.
Baldy and Moonrunes, congratulations on advancing to the next round. You guys brought a finale level mix to the first challenge, which was super impressive. Now it's just up to you to stay consistent moving forward, as now that you've shown your true potential, you can't let your guard down. As for Jetpack and DJ Big Homie Squats, we absolutely loved how collaborative your mix was, especially in the storytelling elements. In future mixes, we hope to hear a wider variety of creative transition styles and mashup styles though. Nevertheless, we're super excited to hear what you can come up with in the Battle Back.
What's going on everyone, it's Ethani here. I want to congratulate both Baldy and Moonrunes on advancing to the next challenge. You guys worked incredibly well as a team and put together such an incredible mix that had a surprise around every single corner. While you showed us exactly what you're capable of as far as Uncaged goes, we really want to hear you put your talents into more of both Instinct and especially Silk. Your mix was fun, but we need more of that brand representation. So once again, great mix, and I can't wait to see you both go head to head next week. As for DJ Big Homie Squats and Jetpack, this was not a fun decision to make. What it came down to this week was the level of risks and originality. Your mix was incredibly solid, and I want to personally highlight the use of Protostar intro and outro sequence tracks. This was a great way to give your mix a true start and end. But the contest has evolved so much over the years, and the bar has been raised to such a high level this season. I would have loved to see you both play into it a bit more by taking some risks or getting a little bit experimental. So I definitely hope you take that into consideration heading into the Battle Back. Well, best of luck, and good luck to Jonah Walker in Vital Mode today. Peace.
Thanks guys. Now let's see what's in store for us today. Although Jonah Walker and Vital Mode worked together to advance from the previous challenge, these 2 will now face off against one another for the first slot in our finale. Today's challenge pits fire against water, and our home DJs are required to use at least 5 elemental tracks, which are songs with titles that involve that element in their mix. The finalist with the mix that best adheres to the criteria and best represents their element will compete for the title of champion. On top of that, the artists today have spent the last week being mentored by none other than Ellis. Ellis was able to give insightful feedback and suggestions to our finalists, but the mixes were crafted entirely by our home DJs. Immediately following this episode, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2022 to vote for who you think deserves to advance to the finale and get one step closer to the incredible prize bundle from NZXT, Pioneer DJ, Loop Cloud, and Label Radar. This community vote will join our elite judges in determining who advances. Lots up for grabs this season, so let's jump right into this. First up on the decks is Jonah Walker with the element of fire. Take it away.
can't be alone here. I can't be the only one who feels like I'm going nowhere. Just wishing somehow this dream will carry me. And I swear just one last time. They say the world is yours, so I'ma make it mine. 'Cause nothing is stopping you. You can set the world on fire. Nothing is stopping you. And if I go out, I'll go out screaming.
While I'm in the mood, while I'm in the mood, I'm writing you a song like I think I should. And why I feel so bad, why I feel so bad, when everyone is happy and I feel so mad. Everyone is thinking, everyone is trying to find new ways that are satisfying. So why I feel so good, so why I feel so good, when most of the time I am misunderstood.
Let's lose our mind.
Let me get funky.
Thank you, Jonah Walker. If you think he deserves to advance to the finale, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2022 right after this episode and place your vote. Next up, we have Vital Mode with the element of water. Here we go.
asleep. I've tried avoiding this, but my emotions overcame and took all that I have, all that I have. I'm coming clean. I'm not ashamed to feel what is a lie is still very real with who I am, with who I am. like the light of the moon looking down. I wish that I could reach you. Wish that I could crash upon your shore. How your waves made me love to drown. I need your touch, but I don't know how to write a line in the silver clouds. But you can reach me with your mind. We can cross the borderline. Wish I could fly at the speed of sound. If we're 10,000 miles apart, when we're standing in the dark, we're still looking at the same stars. I'd cross oceans and galaxies for you. Oh, there's nothing I wouldn't do. 10,000 miles apart, we'll never be too far. Talk to me when you're down. Talk to me when you're broke. Talk to me when you're down. I can't hear words on this You love me like a riptide. I don't know if I'll survive as the darkness falls. An ocean in your eyes, and I need you to let me go, to let it flow. I'm falling down. Your waves are pulling me under. I drown through the sound of thunder. The ocean is taking another life. Your waves are pulling me under. We all know what makes us suffer. The ocean is taking another life. I'm caught in your riptide. Waves are pulling me under. We all know what makes us suffer. The ocean is taking another life. I'm caught in your riptide.
I tell you a story about me and you. Out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They tossed off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
Thank you, Vital Mode. And that just about wraps up today's episode. Thank you to our finalists and Ellis for putting on quite the show. I'm still blown away by the level of competition that we have this year. Now comes the hard part. Head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2022 and vote for the home DJ you think is most deserving to advance to the finale, get one mix closer to the title of champion, and the incredible prize bundle provided by NZXT, Pioneer DJ, Loop Cloud, and Label Radar. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you back here same time, same place next week as Baldy and Moonrunes battle it out with Earth and Air. Until then, this has been Rocket Man signing off. See ya.